Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing my favorite highlighters with you. I'm going to be doing some drugstore ones and some higher end ones. I feel like I have always mentioned my favorite highlighters throughout videos, but I guess that's like how you know they're my favorite, right? I guess. But I have done a video previously here where I shared my top 5 higher end highlighters. But I have not gotten around to doing my favorite drugstore one, so I thought I'd incorporate that in today's video where I would share some of my favorite drugstore ones that I've recently been going to, some of the new ones that are out, and then also my higher end ones that I've been gravitating a lot towards. Some of them have changed since my previous video on that, so I wanted to share with you guys what highlighters I've been going towards recently and what are my favorite ones. If you guys are interested on seeing everything about the glow, then let's go ahead and hop on in. Alright, so first highlighter that I've been absolutely obsessed with, and you get a lot in here, it is a palette. It's the Tartist Pro Glow from Tarte, and it looks like so. You open it up, and you get 4 highlighters and 2 bronzing shades. There's a cream and a regular sculpting shade. So I think you get a decent amount of colors in here for the price range. So you get 2 lighter shades at the top, and then you get 2 medium golden kind of shades in the middle, which, oh my god, obsessed. I'm obsessed with both of these shades. Like, yes and yes. Like, very highly pigmented. I'm obsessed with them. So one thing I love about this palette is they are not shimmery in a way where it's like glitter chunks. I absolutely do not like that when it's glittery. It's very smooth and finely milled, which is awesome because when you're putting it on the cheeks, you don't want to have like splotches everywhere of like chunks, you know what I mean? I kind of don't use those types of highlights. I really do like ones that are smooth, easy to go out on the skin, and just look like effortless. I do use a spray when I go ahead and put on highlight, so as of recently I've been using the All Nighter spray by Urban Decay, and that just kind of gets it on the cheeks looking really nice and gliding right on with like that natural glow. So I've really been obsessed with this palette. It's super compact, easy to travel with too. I mean, it's a little big, but it has the mirrors on the side, which is awesome. Those shades of highlights, like, yes, obsessed. It's great if you're tan, great if you're pale, great if you're in the middle. Definitely one that I go towards like on the everyday. My next one is by Ofra, and it is completely shattered. Yes, this is my new one that had shattered, but I still make it work. It literally looks like rubble. Like, it looks so bad in here, but it still does the trick. Still makes me glow and looks great. I will probably use it to the very end because why not? It's not like unusable. Like, I could still use it, make it work. So I do use an assortment of the colors. I do like the lighter shades in here better because I'm not as tan. When I would wear that golden highlight that's in here, I feel like it just looked better on tan skin. So I like the lighter shade one, but right now we're just using it all since they're all mixed together. And this one is the shade Beverly Hills. Obsessed with it. Literally hands down, I use it all the time. Unfortunately, when I swatched this one, I can't show you each individual one, so if you want to go back to a previous video to look at that, definitely do that because I'm just going to do like one little swirl and swatch it on my arm because it's all just mushed together. And unfortunately, my other one that I have is the same way because I'm a klutz and I drop everything. So yeah. My next one is by Cover FX, and it's this custom enhancer drop, and it is in the shade Celestial. It is a rose kind of pale champagne color, if that makes any sense. It is on a dropper like so. I do use this a lot, and a little bit of this goes a long way. I have talked about this multiple times here on my channel and used it a ton. It's super powerful, so a little bit of this bad boy will go a long way. I will drop a little bit on my hand so you can see. Oh my gosh, like, it's very, 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 very highlighty, very powerful, very intense. So I love it. I wish I got the darker shade because I feel like it might be a little bit too light for my skin, but I will also involve this in my foundation. So I can mix a little bit in there to kind of get a little bit more luminous. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful product. Like, you can use it in a few different ways. I love it. And it really doesn't budge once you put it on. Like, it doesn't move. It honestly is so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. I definitely need to go back and get all their shades. I saw they are coming out with like 4 new shades that are like pastel-y, so I definitely need to hop on that. I like to put this first and then my powder one over top to kind of have it as a base. I do mix a lot of highlighters together, so I'm never really just wearing one because I like the mixture and creating my own, making a little cocktail. So yeah, I don't know. I really do like this as like a base for the highlight. You definitely can wear it alone because it is very powerful, but love it. So that was by Cover FX. So those are my higher end highlighters as of recently that I've been using like a ton. There are a bunch other ones that I still use, but the ones that popped out in my head right now that I'm using on the daily. Because two of them are palettes, I kind of bounce back between the colors in there, so I'm not really using a ton of different ones, if that makes sense. Now moving on to some drugstore ones that I absolutely love, and I feel like some of them are like definitely underrated and need to be recognized a little bit more. So that one being the LA Girl Velvet Highlight Stick, and it looks like so. It is on a stick, you just twirl it up, and this one is in the shade Luminous. But it's right here. It's super, super beautiful. I like to put down these stick ones first, just like I do with the cover effects, because I feel like the other highlight will just adhere to it a lot better. Honestly, this is so inexpensive. I feel like everyone needs this in their life. It's so blendable, and honestly, if you don't want a lot of highlight, but you just want to look that much more alive and like a little bit glowy for the healthier side, I feel like it just blends right in. Like, it just looks like a beautiful sheen. So it's definitely not too powerful and too intense, and will just give you a beautiful, beautiful glow and super inexpensive. So for another stick highlighter, I have the Jordana Glow and Go, and this is the creamy strobing stick. Same exact concept as that one, has on a stick little form, and you just twist it up. And this one has more of a point, which is kind of nice because you can really get on the angle of your cheekbone, and it's a little bit easier to apply as opposed to that one was completely rounded. Same kind of deal. I mean, it's just a slight difference. I just feel like it's a little bit easier to apply with like a point. Obviously that point's gonna go away, but if you keep using it on that angle, you will kind of shape it that way, if that makes sense. So yeah, this color is in the shade 01 Pearl Glow. It pretty much is identical to that one. It has a little bit more of a pearlier finish and like more champagne, if you will. Super creamy, and it does feel like a like higher end kind of highlight. I just really, really like it, and it's literally like $5 at Walmart. I do like wearing these on their own as well, not just to have it as a base. It's super easy for like a quick makeup look or a no makeup look to give you that healthy, radiant look to the skin, as well as when I just do my nose highlights, sometimes I'll just do that down my nose and we're good to go. The packaging on it is so cute. It's part of their new spring collection, so I highly recommend to go check it out. So the next one is pretty new for me. I actually just got it the other day, but I've been using it ever since, and I honestly love it. It is so amazing. It's the NYX Away We Glow Stick Illuminator, and it is on a little stick like so. This one's in the shade Crystal Glare, and it looks like this. It is on a doe foot applicator, and what's really nice about this one is that the applicator is kind of like roundish, but as like flat in the center, so it's not super hard or anything, and it's like flexible. The color on it is super light. I got the lighter one because I do like light highlights, especially to lay down as a base and like build on top of it. I am one to do that. If you're not and you just want to do one swipe and you're out the door, that's totally cool. Like, you don't need to put on so much. I just kind of like having a few different layers. This one is super beautiful, and it's super easy to blend. So this one really gives you that natural glow. You can even wear this on your bare skin. I have done that the day I got it, actually. I just wore it right on my skin with no foundation, nothing, and it just gave the healthiest looking glow. Like, I can't even tell you. I was walking around all day with it, and I loved it. Like, it made my skin just look so healthy and very hydrated, which was nice. I did not go crazy like I do when I wear foundation, but I just put on a little bit. So yeah, this one will dry in like 2 minutes, and really easy, not patchy. Next one is by NYX as well, and it's the Strobe Palette. Looks like this. This is kind of old, not really that new out there. It is so pretty, especially with this little pop of like lavender in there, and like those ones, they're just so gorgeous. You just get a lot. It's very illuminating, and a little bit goes a long way. It's pretty pigmented for a drugstore, I must say. You are getting 7 shades in here, so it is a lot of a variety, and it is kind of comparable to a higher end one, I think. You do get a lot in there. You get the range of colors, which is awesome. And I do use my highlighters as eyeshadows as well. I don't just use them for highlight. I use them on my lid, inner corner, brow bone, all that good stuff. So even that kind of color right there would be awesome for an eyeshadow. So yeah, this one is by NYX, and I feel like I do go grab this when I'm doing like a simple everyday makeup look. I just kind of swirl my brush in there, put it right on. And another one from the drugstore, which would be probably my last one that I find myself reaching towards, is the LA Girl Strobe Light Strobing Powder. Looks like this. This one is in the shade 90 Watt. This one's in the shade 90 Watt, and it's a lighter shade, highlight. It looks beautiful. As you can tell, I do go for more of the lighter shade highlights. Those are the ones that I'm currently using at the moment. That is not to say that I won't use any other ones or these are only my favorites. I do have other ones, but they're just not most used. So I hope you guys maybe enjoyed this video and found it a little helpful. Or maybe learn something today. I don't know. If you guys did, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe if you're not already. I think that is all for this video. Again, I hope you found it a little helpful. And if you guys are enjoying a certain highlighter out there, or maybe you want to share your top higher end or your top drugstore, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. We can all chit chat together. I'd love to hear which ones you guys are using and trying out. I think that is all for this video. I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah.